Listen, you cannot mention this Bulldog team without mentioning the lead scorer.
Talia Dilworth has been a game changer for this Lady Tigers team.
Now, this edition of the Rivalry Charlie features Prairie View A&M's Adriana Waddle. She's actually coming off a season-high 13 points against Alabama A&M. You and I have shared Cordeja Harris has been the lead scorer of this team. And you know what? Through the darkness, she has been the light for this ASU team. And you know what, Charlie? I feel there's a bit of deja vu, or should I say Cordeja vu, rather.
Again, we talked about that word confidence, right? They came in, they trusted their shots, they trusted their teammates, and they're playing unselfish basketball tonight, Charlie.
Listen, I asked you that question. I said, who's going to be that player or players that is going to step up? And Tierney Kelsey, the moment her number was called, guess what? She didn't think twice. I'm coming in and won me. I don't care if you put 2 people, 3 people on me. I'm going in that paint, and guess what? I'm going for the extra point. Way to step up, freshman.
Charlie, louder! Miss Loudermill is having a day. Look at that step back tray. And Fan Troy, she already knows her teammate's going to be able to knock it down. But then that buzzer beater.
She muscles it up. She said, get off me. Get off me. Way to bang down low by Jones. That is what this Devilettes team needs in the second half.
And then we talk about Wilson. Wilson has been the spark for this Bulldog team right now. They really need somebody else to step up with her going into the second half. But man, she's a pure athlete, Charlie.
Pass is no good because who's there? Julia Reed. Listen, Jackson State has to minimize the lazy passes. Mississippi Valley State, they are hungry. They're coming up a win. They're trying to secure that 10th spot. So they're coming in with a lot of emotion right now. Now, we look to the other side. Miss Tiana Maxey, she's a true scorer who plays with relentless energy. She stepped up big in ways this team needed after Shadima McKnight was ruled out this season, and she's becoming their go-to offensive weapon. Now, the Tigers will have their hands full trying to contain her, because if they don't shut her down early, listen, Laurentia, she can take over in a heartbeat.
So they were in those games.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Skeet had told us earlier this week, Charlie, she had said, you know, my girls took it personal last year. They came in with a chip on their shoulders. So just to see how they've been able to turn things around and be 7-0 in SWAC is incredible.
She's quick. She's shifty. So how are you going to shut her down? Right now, Jackson State actually has depth out there with Mbugwa in the middle. That help side defense is going to have to sag over.
You know, Charlie, Loudermill actually has a very, very unique story. You know, she came from North Texas, and guess what? She actually averaged 0.9 points per game when she was at North Texas. This year, she's averaging 13.1 points per game.
Jada Murphy gets it in, and the 3 is good for Janiyah Jones. And Coach says she is a talented shooter. She had a breakout performance against UAPB. She had 18 points and 4 rebounds in that matchup, Laurentia.
But I'll tell you what, buckle up your seatbelts, because Miss Jada Belton is having a day. 53-43, Texas Southern. We'll be back soon.
Brackett. And the skyhook is good for Clemisha Brackett. Man, what a move there by Miss Brackett. She was able to use her length and her strength and her speed to knock down that shot there.
General Miss Kayla Walker, listen, Charlie, she's been a force all season. She's quick, she's shifty, and she can see the floor well, and she knows how to get her team involved.
I mean, it's just entirely too easy for Mississippi Valley State to get the possibility of having second chance shots. Jackson State is going to have to get inside the lane and put a body on a red jersey and get the rebound.
The young lady named Treasure Thompson, she's second in the conference in block shots. She comes in with 27.
Hey, and Coach Skeet said she is the pit bull of this team, Charlie, so we should see a lot of aggressiveness coming from Thompson.
Hands up, but of course, again, Miss Kiara Jones has been a star in the second half. We have more action. It's tied 42 all here at Mississippi Valley State. One phrase that comes to mind, Laurentia, is that she's the eye of the Tiger. She's been the heartbeat of this team. She's the leading scorer right now with 16.4 points per game, and she's coming off a dominant 26-point performance over UAPB.
We cannot talk about Texas Southern without talking about number 12, Alasia Lele Fan Troy, who's coming off a monster monstrous 26-point performance against Alabama State. Now, this isn't just any player. We're talking about an elite 3-level scorer, Charlie.
Well, she has been the spark for this Tigers team. Just look how she sets herself up. She knows. She's confident, Charlie. She's going to knock it down. Again, Coach told you she can shoot with her eyes closed if she needed to. Fan Troy just not being selfish at all.
Loudermill, 13 points for her team. They lead it by 12.